Heady ambitions here, ahead of a game of massive consequence. The objectives are clear. To miss out on them would be unthinkable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're very much on the way now. It is that familiar feeling again, old foes, fresh hostilities.
I think when it comes to pace and finishing of the highest order, there's someone down there who always stands out.
Yeah, no prizes for guessing.
It's Sheva, Andrei Shevchenko, poacher, predator and punisher.
And it's Hullet. Nicely weighted ball. And he's picked out the run. Hullet. And the shot! And there's an early warning shot across the bow.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Milan with the corner, there first. And he gets rid in a hurry. Now it's Shevchenko. And it's made its way to him. He's having a shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's a good ball out wide. And here's Zanetti. Space for him to turn and look.
Yeah, I think if that can be repeated, there's a good chance of a goal.
Cannavaro.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Hullet. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
That pass has been well intercepted. Filippo and the finish! Goal! Inter! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Inter Milan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance. Oh, great leap! Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Çalhanoğlu. And here's Zielinski. That's a look and plays it forward. Driving on and making good progress. And it's been played through. He is through here. Cafu just loves to go forward whenever he can. Cafu. Now, can they get him away? Looking for the run. And this is Hullet.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Not the most convincing of passes. And here's Inzaghi. Mateus.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Mateus gets into a good position. Pass somewhat off target. Oh, important interception. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Cafu, he's going for goal! And the keeper read that really well.
Milan really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
And there's the shot! It's in! AC Milan are all square. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Now it's Van Basten. He's got plenty of space out wide here. That's a shade optimistic. De Bruyne can see things others simply cannot. Inzaghi. Hullet. And it's De Bruyne. Great ball, and he's in here. Hullet! Ruud Hullet! Oh, it's fabulous! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And they've got their lead back. He has given that the lot. Bang!
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Tries a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And that is well cleared. And he's managed to gift it back. And it's Hullet. Can he get it through? Knocks it in. Can he finish? Oh, it's gone in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
So smooth, a signature finish.
Just the sort of...
Goes for a shot! They've scored! Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Inter Milan have their lead. He's found space here. And the whistle goes for half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Inter Milan up by the odd goal in a 5-goal thriller. The score at the interval, 3-2.
Signore e signori, attenzione, il papà del bambino che indossa un marsupio nero e blu, contatti subito.
So right back into the action.
Sostituzione per l'Inter.
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Great vision. Zanetti delivers. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. That has not gone well. Mateus, and here's Shevchenko. Now there's a find, and he shoots! And he scores! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character, wonderful. Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
Quite a game this, all square again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
It's their second corner of the game. Defending of the desperate variety. And it's Rijkaard. And here's Van Basten. He's in a great... Shoots! Oh, it's fallen loose again! He's delivered all right! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 13.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Milan leading now.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Looking for options for movement. Very promptly onto that, and that is that. Well read, nice interception. Inter Milan needing a change of fortune here. Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Plays a sharp little ball here. And he's in on goal, and a shot! Oh, it's come loose. He'll try to keep this alive. Driven in. And he's well positioned here. Ronaldinho. And the counter is on, now then.
Inter may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
Batistuta stood up well to him there. Bullet is always scanning the pitch for targets. That is good alertness. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Lukaku, chance! There's a goal! The crowd demanded, and he was thrilled to oblige. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration...
Big chance! Goal, Milan! And they get themselves in front! How very smart. He just got it right.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Right, Shevchenko. The referee's awarded a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 2.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Change being made here, presumably to tighten their defence.
Look, only time will tell now if this is the right decision, but at least the manager hasn't dawdled. You know, he's reacted quickly, and it needed that. Inter really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Tries to play it through. Serginho. And it's Nakata. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking to play him in. Oh, cracking ball. Inter Milan can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
The most accurate pass.
Milan nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Ronaldinho. Oh, that's a goal!
Yeah, and the jostling for position has begun. There's hardly any breathing space in that box.
Il quarto uomo indica
Oh,
4
good
minuti di
effort!
recupero.
And that was very necessary. Nakata aims beyond the defence.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Costa Curta gets over and intercepts. DiMarco into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Now it's Lukaku. And we're done. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant. It's a tough one to take, but these players have got what it takes to come back from this.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Things are bubbling up quite nicely here. A healthy whiff of expectation laced with the odd infusion of nerves. Everyone knows what's at stake here. The chance to play on a grander stage. It is time now to focus. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We're up and running then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Paulo Dybala.
Terrific effort! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and read it perfectly.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that silenced the crowd, Peter. Item 1 on the to-do list. Done.
Where it came from. And he's managed to get free. Ferry, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Thuram does really well to win the ball there. And here's Ronaldinho. The ball has bounced loose now.
Ronaldinho really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Off the post! Dumfries gets it clear.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Can he get on the end of this? Thuram was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Batistuta. First quarter of an hour gone. Knocks it into space. Very nicely done. Now here's the delivery. Akanji deals with that comfortably. Well, they can break here. Floated through. Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. Ribery.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Looking for the run. And he cuts out the supply. He might be in here! Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Inter Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Oh, that's delightful. Oh, he's bustling through. He's going for goal! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Ronaldinho.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Dybala. Little doubt, that is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
Shevchenko. Ferry. Cannavaro. De Bruyne. Çalhanoğlu. Now Costa Curta. Çalhanoğlu. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Thuram. That's a sharp pass. He's a sharp little ball here. Deftly away. Thuram. Zanetti just loves to go forward whenever he can. Oh, that's well spotted. And it's Denzel Dumfries looking for options for movement. And this is Batistuta. Inter Milan looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And that's clear-cut, it's a free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket, it's just a stern lecture. Ribery. And that's gone loose. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Shevchenko. Cannavaro. Modric. Zanetti. Çalhanoğlu. Ronaldinho. Now it's Hullet. Goes for a shot! And he was alert to it.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Some resolute defending there. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Inter Milan leading by 1 at the break.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Inter Milan are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Çalhanoğlu is the guilty party there. And no surprise, that's a booking. Akanji. And it's Ribery. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. He's shifting through. Great chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Inter Milan with the corner. They're first. Dumfries. That is lovely. And this is Dybala. De Bruyne plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Dumfries. Shevchenko. It's played through for him. He's picked his way through. He's had a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. No way through there. Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. And here's Hullet. It's run loose here. Ribery.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Ribery going face-to-face with his great rival. Ronaldinho has been caught there. It's a foul. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Team still separated by the game's only goal. Threads one in. Towering header! And it's in! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. It will... And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. A moment to savour for all of us. Lined up on the start line, their eyes fixed on the prize. It is the ultimate calm before the inevitable storm. A San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kick-off. And the history of this fixture tells us always to expect the unexpected.
It's a privilege to see the defensive great that is Franco Baresi.
Real chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Milan have it back and can go again. Now it's Batistuta. And here's Hullet. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Serginho. Zielinski. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. McKennie. Cafu. That's gone for a throw-in. Cafu. Oh, important interception. That has been slung wide. And it's Ronaldinho. Hullet. Now that looks a decent ball. That's an excellent interception. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Now it's Hullet. Aimed beyond the defence. McKennie. Tries to play it through. That's been slipped through. Rafael Leao! Oh, that was no routine save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now they can spring out of defence. Hullet into Milan, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Oh, just skips past his man. Yeah, he's fouled him there. And no, just off target. Great defending, strong and determined. Zielinski. Milan are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Now it's Batistuta. And this is Batistuta. And it's De Bruyne. Hullet is always looking... And the shot! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Inter are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
It's a good spell of possession, this. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is what? Takes a shot! And that's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded in the box.
Inter Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Good running, strong and purposeful. That ball looks a good one. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, good take in a good area. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Berry. Cannavaro. Can he get on the end of this? Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Çalhanoğlu. Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Ronaldinho really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Serginho. Threads one in. Big chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And that is indeed the final act. Well, that was as one-sided as it gets. Only one side have shown up here, and they're just tearing it up at will.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Inter Milan looking like the only team in this. They lead by 3. So straight into the second half. It's a searching pass. He's through here. Now it's Colomwani. He's through on goal here. Colomwani unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Serginho. Locatelli. Stood up well to him there. Rafael Leao. Looking for options for movement. Great vision. Batistuta finds himself offside. And it's McKennie. Rafael Leao. Chance for a shot! And there's a goal! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Milan may be down, but not out just yet. Berry. For Çalhanoğlu, and it's De Bruyne. Hullet. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. McKennie. Crunching tackle. Engages and forces him off the ball. Serginho. Zielinski. And that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Inter Milan choosing to make the first change. Lukaku. Inter Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And he's had it nicked away. Çalhanoğlu. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Passing is crisp and sharp. Brilliantly cut out. Serginho. Milan are looking to break at pace. Zielinski. Now who's going to be first to this? Inter Milan can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
It's a great gallop down the right-hand side. That is good alertness. Locatelli. Rafael Leao, who's set up one goal so far. And he's managed to get free. And he's cut it out. De Bruyne. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Oh, sweet feet. Zielinski. They're urging him to shoot. De Bruyne. Now, what about a counter-attack? To Çalhanoğlu. Cannavaro. And it's Lukaku. Now it's Hullet. Lukaku. Batistuta. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
No way through. Tries to pass it through.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him, as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
And this is Lukaku. Lukaku delivers. Cleared without hesitation. They want to be quick to recover this. De Bruyne pulls off an exemplary piece of defending.
Attenzione, un cambio.
What a throw in. Goes for the shot! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
Costa Curta. And it's DiMarco. And this is Lukaku. DiMarco.
Ci saranno 3
And
minuti
it's
di
Stefan de
recupero.
Vrij. That's Cannavaro. De Bruyne conjures time and space where few can. And the number on the board is 3. Now it's Batistuta. De Vrij wins the duel this time. Now it's Lukaku. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Thinks about the shot. And that's it. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Inter can be really happy with this. I saw it.